Let's look at the Magic. Nick Vucevic is a solid top 40 fantasy guy every season, but of course the spectre of him getting traded looms large. We've heard Steve Clifford say that that's probably, or that may not happen, but there is still that risk associated. He's solid in the mid rounds, 58 ADP on Yahoo, and you get him there. I think that's a pretty good bargain. Aaron Gordon's shooting is all that's holding him back from being a top 50 player. He's getting drafted at pick 43 on Yahoo. That might be a little bit high considering how much that shooting did tail off. Not a great defensive stats guy either. Whereas John Isaac, one of the most hyped guys coming into this season, I think if he does get the start, he will be a top 100 player. High steals, high blocks, and if the offense comes around and we get some sort of efficiency with hitting threes, the top 60 is really in reach for John Isaac, and I could legitimately see a scenario where he finishes the season ranked higher than both Aaron Gordon and Evan Fournier. It's probably not a likely one, but it can happen. As for Fournier, upside's low, but downside is pretty restricted as well. He's going to be in that 75 to 90 type of range. He's going to do a ton of scoring on this team, few assists, okay efficiency, like him there. DJ Augustin, probably the starting point guard at this stage. Not a high upside type of a guy, but absolutely a late round guy you can look for. Whereas if Jaren Grant does get that role, he'd be in that same sort of boat. Terrence Ross and John Simmons and Mo Bamba, probably not standard league fantasy guys for this season. Bumba, of course, will block a lot of shots when he gets an opportunity, but with Steve Clifford notoriously hard on rookies, I just find it hard to think that Bumba is going to get enough playing time to matter, whereas Ross and Simmons, I think, are going to suffer with Isaac being healthy for a whole season, and probably not guys that I want to target in fantasy drafts.